Shalom. I want to give all praises and honors and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and Dominos to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I am Nawa Allah from GMS Chicago, and I'm gonna hit on this quick lesson about Abraham did not pray for the vile affection. Alright? And here, you have IUIC teaching another damnable heresy, teaching more stupidity, teaching more false doctrines to the people, saying, you got IUIC teaching that Abraham was praying for the vile affections, but no. Abraham was only praying for the righteous that were in Sodom, and Abraham was praying for Lot. All right, and first and foremost, I'm gonna just go ahead and get these basic scriptures out. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And yet the Lord created us so that we can be fruitful and multiply. All right. And when you go into Leviticus, it basically teaches you that the Lord is against the vile affections. Here's Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, and the blood shall be upon them. And that is straight to the point, common sense, that the Lord is against these vile affections. Verse 14. And if a man... Oh, well, that's pretty much it. Slack. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to start bringing out 2nd Esdras chapter 7 verse 36, because IUIC was actually prophesying this the wrong way. Then said Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness. And Abraham was not actually praying for the vile affections, alright? Abraham was not at all praying for the vile affections. Abraham was really praying for the righteous that were in Sodom. And Sodom is a place. Sodom is a land. All right, and you had the righteous that were actually dwelling in them, dwelling in Sodom, and in Sodom you also have vile affections. All right, vile affections that are worthy of death. But you have also the righteous that were dwelling in Sodom. Therefore, they are called Sodomites, because the righteous were living in that land, and just as you will use ites for Israel, because Israel, they Israel, us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're called Israelites because our land is Israel. Therefore, we are called Israelites. But you have the righteous dwelling in Sodom, and therefore they were called Sodomites. But Abraham did not pray for the alphabet people. All right, Abraham did not pray for the vile affection. Abraham was really praying for Lot. We'll bring out Genesis chapter 18. Actually, yeah, Genesis chapter. Actually, I'm gonna bring out Romans instead. Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their woman did not change the natural use into that which is against their nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burning their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. Now you see, uh, these vile affections are actually worthy of death, as we read down the line. All right, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. And that goes to show you that God is the God, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, is against the vile affections, all right? And so is Abraham. And Abraham was only specifically praying for the righteous that were dwelling in Sodom, not the alphabet people. I'm going to bring out this precept too. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And yet the Lord is against them that do evil, including the alphabet people, all right? So basically what IUIC was teaching was absolute bullshit. They were teaching was absolute nonsense right there. Proverbs 15, I'm going to bring this up as well. Proverbs 15, verse 29. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. All right? The Lord is far from the wicked. The Lord is against the wicked. The Lord is against these vile affections. The Lord is against the alphabet people. But he heareth the prayer of the righteous. And now I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the point, starting with Genesis chapter 18, going into the story of Lot. This is Genesis chapter 18, verse 20. And the Lord said, because of the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord, and Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Will thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein, that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked that be far from thee? Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And basically, Abraham is telling the Lord that will you judge the righteous that are basically dwelling in Sodom along with the wicked? But no, the Lord is only destroying the wicked, all right? Tells you on down as you keep reading, verse 26. And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then will I spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure shall there lack 5 of the 50 righteous? Will thou destroy all the city for the lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him again and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall be 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will get but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. And that's straight to the point right there. The Lord will not destroy the righteous that are dwelling amongst the wicked. The Lord will spare his righteous. The Lord will deliver his righteous, and will ultimately destroy the wicked only. And go over here. This goes ahead and proves that Abraham was only praying for Lot, right? The righteous. Genesis 19:1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with the face toward the ground. And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down. The men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night, to bring them out unto us, so that we may know them? And you go into the NLT, it basically tells you that no is no meaning, its definition is basically meaning sex, all right? But here it says in NLT, they shouted to Lot, Where are the men who came to spend the night with you? Bring them out so we can have sex with them. Verse 6, And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And here Lot is basically telling these vile affections to leave the righteous alone, to leave the men alone, because these vile affections were basically wanting to have sex with the men, and Lot is against them for that. All right. And Lot is basically trying to bribe them with his 2 daughters, but as we read on down, these vile affections were so wicked. They tried coming after Lot. Verse 9, and they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now we will deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. And you have these pedophiles that are trying to get to Lot and these men and these righteous men. Verse 10, But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they worried themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place? For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. And here, the Lord is totally against sodomy. All right, and the Lord is totally against sodomy, because the Lord sent his angels to go ahead and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, and married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy the city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand, and upon his hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, and the Lord being merciful unto him. And they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought forth them abroad, that they escaped for thy life, and look not behind thee, neither say thou in all the plain, Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. And the Lord is basically delivering the righteous out of that land, because the Lord was about to destroy it. All right, the Lord was about to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah along with the wicked. But anyways, I just want to go ahead and get straight to the point. Not trying to make this too long, but here on verse 28. Oh, Salaki. I'm gonna start at verse 27. And Abraham get up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain. And behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham. The Lord remembered Abraham's prayer, all right? And Abraham was praying for the righteous, all right? Abraham was praying for Lot, because Abraham knew where Lot was heading to. All right, Abraham was not praying for the alphabet people. But anyways, I'll read that again. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent out Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. And basically, the Lord delivered Lot out of that city. And after when that happened, the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. When you go into the NLT, it says, but God had listened to Abraham's request and kept Lot safe. And that goes to show you that Abraham was actually praying for Lot. But anyways, that goes to show and prove that Lot was not praying for the alphabet community. All right. In fact, Lot was only praying for the righteous. Lot was praying for Salakia. Abraham was praying for Lot. All right. Abraham was praying for the righteous that were in that city. All right. And the Lord is against wickedness. All right. But anyways, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.